Welcome to a special edition of the Jess Frank Golf Academy YouTube channel. We're here in Orlando at the Orange County Convention Center at the PGA Merchandise Show. We've got a ton of great interviews lined up. We're going to show you the latest and greatest products coming out for 2020 to help you play your best golf. So let's go inside and get started. Martin, pleasure, man.
Jess, good to see you as always, bud.
You too. Thanks really a lot for having us here. We're here with Martin Chuck, good friend of mine, and inventor of the Tour Striker line.
Yeah, we got some stuff.
Yeah,
it's good fun.
Yeah. He's an amazing teacher, by the way. He does tons of golf schools, but comes up with these unbelievable new products to help you play your best golf.
I don't sleep.
No, never.
No.
With the kids and the
sleep
products, never, right? A little hockey.
That's right.
So we're going to be talking about we're going to be talking about PlaneMate today.
Cool.
And so Martin, go ahead, take it away.
Yeah. So what we realize is a lot of golfers really don't know how to feel stuff out of view, right? Like they look at a golf ball and they don't really know what's going on behind them.
Sure.
And they go with a great coach like you, and then you give them structure, and then they leave you, and they don't really know what to do once they leave you. You help them. Hopefully, you create a path for them. Some of them do amazing on their own. A lot of them don't. Even good players, they need feels. They need to relate to what you want them to do. So, the PlaneMate, we've got some resistance bands.
Okay.
There's a fancy belt. We've got a rail on the side, and what we do is we get golfers to realize, if they have this fight, this little bit of confusion, this little muscular awareness at certain key spots in their golf swing, they can learn how to move the golf club relative to their body a lot easier than if they don't have this guidance.
Sure.
So there's a little muscular force required.
Okay.
And then, we don't want the bands to lose their tension. We want to feel like we can keep the band on. Yeah. And then you can teach people, if they want to learn how to shallow to hit a draw, they can go and take the club back, and they can feel like, well, man, there's a lot of tension there. If I let that tension off, because a lot of people are going to come back with no tension and then add too much tension, right?
Right.
So we want to feel we resist, relax, rotate to hit it. That's what gets the club to orbit inside out so they can hit a draw if they want to do that.
Sure. And then what's great about this is it gives you immediate feedback. So
yeah, here, let me pop it on you.
All right, let's try it.
Good. So grip it. Get your good hands on there.
Fantastic.
So I don't have to tell you, great grip, great structure right off the get-go. See, a lot of people don't do that. They'll come to golf like this, Jess.
Right. Oh, sure.
Right?
Absolutely.
And then you got to say, come on, structured arms, right? So the arms are a bit longer.
Yeah.
Now, as we start people, all we do is get them to start there and then rotate to here.
Okay.
And we don't want to see this kind of crissy-cross,
Which
right?
you see all the time.
All the time. So I just teach people that move first.
Okay.
And then I make sure they can do it on their own, right?
Okay.
So come on back to the ball.
All right.
In this case, my fancy Nike shoe.
Sure, I like
and then
it.
go do that again. Awesome. So that's checkpoint one, right?
Fantastic.
So now let's go ahead and, since you can make a backswing, kind of orient this way a bit. Other way. There we go, yeah.
Yep.
So now we teach people the second position is just backswing. A lot of people will be too narrow, whip it inside. So we want to see somebody learn how to have a bit of width, let their lead shoulder tip down a bit, and not let this band win and pull them inside.
Okay.
Right? So the key is
resistance.
Resist. Yeah. Now next position, resist more.
Okay.
And stay there for a sec. I'll be back in 5. Because right now you'll feel, you did great. Your hips open up. You're going to feel your abs working.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, a lot of support.
Dynamite. You need that structure, okay?
Absolutely.
Now let's take that down to P8 over there. See what I mean?
Yep.
So the golfer's got this confusion, this awareness. They're working their muscles against the bands, and that's exactly what we're looking for.
Well, what I love about what you do is you put everything into an organized manner.
Oh, thanks.
I've used bands before, but this is awesome to have this all hooked up here.
Sure.
It's keeping you in the golf swing. So now you get some feedback.
And then you can say, okay, Mr. Student, go or Mrs. Student, go hit 10 balls. Feel that resistance. Clip a few off the tee.
Absolutely.
And then see your checkpoints. Are you letting the band get flaccid? Are you crisscrossing yourself? Are you unwinding and feeling that tension?
What I find a lot in my teaching, especially with newer players, even better players, mid-handicaps, is they start to top the ball.
Right.
And so with this, with the tension, pushing their arms out a little bit more, that's going to give them the feeling of touching the ground.
Right. So the top, everybody goes, hey, I'm lifting up, I'm topping it.
Nope.
And they
buckle in the arms.
You know it.
Yeah,
That's how I start my golf school every week by topping a few balls on purpose.
Yeah.
It's kind of my shtick. And so I say, watch, and I let my head actually get lower as I separate my arms and crown a golf ball, and I top it on purpose.
Absolutely.
And they look at me confused, and I go, you don't top it because you're really lifting up.
Yeah, no.
You know, they just don't know how to move a radius and clip a ball.
Right, and that's the biggest thing that I find, especially I did a golf school the other day, and you know, the corporate golf schools, so these people haven't played in a while.
Right.
And so what happens, they don't have the feel in their hands, and their wrists start moving around, and there's no structure there.
Yes.
So just to try to get them to feel that's all I worked on, was trying to feel the length in their hands and arms, but they still flick their wrists.
Right.
And so of course they keep topping. So I'm like, well, let's keep it straight.
You know it.
Yeah.
So the simple things, I'll demonstrate.
Okay.
So if I get a guy, a newbie, which is great. So a newbie is going to put this on, put a bit of tension in it, right?
Okay.
You'll go, okay, there's a dress.
Right.
And then you can say, you know, once you kind of relax this a little bit, you get a bigger pizza wedge.
Yeah.
You can see how they can kind of learn to unwind this without buckling to have a nice impact relationship. And then they can pivot faster and hit longer shots.
Yeah.
And we never want this crisscross.
No, never.
You know?
So it keeps the band behind here, which keeps the crisscross out.
And there's your impact position.
Yeah, a little wedge in the wrist.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, that's where it's at.
Cool, man.
So this is fantastic.
I appreciate you.
You could do this. I mean, see, what's great about this too is that you can do this away from the course.
I have one in my bedroom.
Yeah.
I stretch. Sorry, dear. I do. I stretch out with it at home.
Golfers,
I know.
okay.
I always like to feel that stretch. I like to feel like I can stay in my side bend a little longer, elevate, rotate, not compress against my body.
Yeah, and you know, that's what I find that helps golfers the most, if they can hold positions like that, and even down into impact, and they stretch the band, they're going to hit the ground every time, and your arms are long, so they're going to get feedback as soon as that. So you can also see, if you look at it from here, the crisscross that Martin's talking about is that shaft going in front of the band, and I guarantee you, if every golfer did this, they get better really quick.
They do.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Awesome product, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Awesome.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having us. This was fun. Martin, Chuck. Thanks for coming along with us on our journey through the PGA Merchandise Show this year, 2020. We interviewed tons of vendors, saw all kinds of cool products, and if you want to see more, check out our playlist. And if you want to catch more of our golf lessons, swing tips to help you play your best golf, please go ahead and subscribe and turn on your notifications for the Jess Frank Golf Academy YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching.